Lost and Lost by Lala. Hey guys, it's Ems and welcome back to my reading room. As you can tell, I am still not back in my reading room yet, but today we are going to be doing a reading based video. I have never done a reading vlog before, but I wanted to try one out. I'm going to be doing how many pages I read in a busy week. I have a lot of cheer and a lot of schoolwork this week, but I wanted to test and see how many pages I read in a busy week because that kind of shows how much I read when I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of stuff to do this week, so I wanted to take y'all with me and let's see how much I read. Okay guys, I'm about to head off into school, so I want to let y'all know what I'm reading before we get off track and I lose all my pages. Right now, I'm 588 pages into Quicksilver. I'm reading this on my Libby, so y'all probably will not see me reading this because I use the same thing for to film and for my Libby. I will be telling y'all about it, and I'm almost finished with it, I think, so this one will be pretty quick, and y'all will get a review of it sometime this week. The book that I am physically reading is Wrath of the Triple Goddess by Rick Riordan. This is the second book in the Senior Adventures trilogy with Percy Jackson and all friends. I'll put on the screen how many pages or what percent I'm into Percy Jackson, but this one I started before Quicksilver, and I got way more into Quicksilver, so that one I'm probably going to finish first, but we will see. Today on Monday, the busy thing I have to do is I have to go cheer a volleyball game for playoffs. They made it to playoffs and they're in like the semi-finals, which is really exciting, so we're going to cheer for them today. I also have a couple essays that I need to do, so I have no clue how much reading I'll be doing, but let's see. So I'm heading to the cheer room right now because we get out early to do a send-off for the volleyball girls. I've read a good amount today. I didn't expect to read as much as I did. Sorry, there's somebody mowing. I've got a good amount into Quicksilver. Like, I feel like I could be done with it tomorrow. And I'm excited to read on the bus, but now we're gonna do some cheer stuff. I'm gonna give y'all a bus seat tour because this bus is crazy. Look at this. There's this much floor seat for if I had a person next to me. There's two little cup holder, like, desk food plate things. I'm sorting my coffee. There's the whole thing where you could like scoot back if you wanted to, and I just have an entire seat for like all my bags. It's literally crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna start reading yet. I'm probably gonna read Quicksilver on my phone. back home now. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about what happened at the volleyball game, and then we're going to get into my statistics for Monday. Our girls unfortunately did not win, but their competitors were really good, and some of the ref calls, I'm not saying anything, but some of the ref calls were crazy, and I don't know. I think it's the farthest our volleyball team has like made it in history, so I was really proud of them. I love being in the volleyball atmosphere because you're like really into the game. I feel like I was like on the edge of my seat the entire time, especially getting to like cheer with it. That was the last volleyball game of the season because it was playoffs, so since they lost, they're now knocked out and don't have volleyball anymore, which I am kind of sad about. I do enjoy going to volleyball games and just watching and cheering for them when we do. The next thing I have cheer-wise is comp practice on Wednesday. So y'all will see that on Wednesday, but now let's get into my Monday statistics. I already know that I'm not going to read anymore. Like, I'm ready for bed. I'm like going to shower right after this and I'm heading to sleep. So these statistics are just going to be my Monday statistics. We're going to start with Quicksilver, which is a book I talked a lot about today. I've been really enjoying it. It's kind of giving me Once Upon a Broken Heart vibes, but like if it was adult, and it's making me want to read more adult fantasy. The page I got to was 766, making the pages read 178. That was a lot of pages read. I actually didn't expect to read that much today, but when I'm reading it on my Libby, I go through it so quickly. I am pretty midst into the story right now. I'm about 86% in, so I'm assuming tomorrow I'll probably end up finishing it. But like when we talk about it, like I'm gonna do no spoilers, but it's so good. And then when I am physically reading, we have Wrath of the Triple Goddess. I got to page 80 today, which was 55 pages into my Percy Jackson obsession. I'm really loving reading them at the same time because I get this cozy vibe from Percy Jackson since it is just the senior adventures. Rick is writing them more cozy, more nostalgic, so I think it's really fun having this kind of cozy fantasy where there are expectations but not very many. I'm really liking it, while also kind of reading a high stake fantasy at the same time. I don't know if Quicksilver is considered high stake, but I don't really read high stake, so it's high stake for me. All in all, today on Monday, I read 233 pages, combining both books together. That is actually a lot more than I expected, and I don't know if I can promise you that many pages read for the rest of this week. I'm gonna get clean and head to bed, and I will see y'all in the morning to get ready for Tuesday. Good morning, guys. It is now Tuesday. I am heading off to school, but I do want to go sit in the library for a little bit, so hopefully I can get some reading done in there. I'm walking to class right now, but I just finished Quicksilver and it was so good. I'm gonna do a review for y'all when I'm not gonna be late, but I just like absolutely devoured it and I cannot wait to see the second one when that comes out. I can't believe I have to wait. Today is my least busy day. Squidcraft is going on right now, so I'm watching it on my phone just like in between in classes, but Squidcraft is one of my favorite things to watch just because it really brings a lot of people together, streamers and just languages, which I really love to learn Spanish and stuff, so I've been like keeping track of it and like watching when it happens. Foolish is my main streamer, so I always watch him do it, but I watch Tina a lot as well. I don't know how much more I'm going to read today since I have nothing after school, so maybe I'll read after school, but like for the rest of today, I'm probably gonna be watching Squidcraft. Yeah, I'm sitting outside for a little bit, but I wanted to tell y'all about Quicksilver. I gave it a 4.75, which is really surprising to me. I went into it with a lot of low expectations. Knowing that I'm not a lover of adult fantasy, I did not expect to like it as much as I did. There was so much depth to it, and I feel like young adult fantasy doesn't get into this kind of depth that this one did. I was literally on the edge of my seat every single time that I picked this book up on my Libby. I literally was scrolling pages. I stayed up till 3 a.m. one night reading it. There were some plot points that I didn't love, so it didn't like fully give me the 5-star experience. I feel like my consensus is maybe I will start reading more adult fantasies. I don't know if that'll happen, but for right now, I do now have Akamov, A Court of Mist and Fury on my TBR on Libby now, so we'll see. I am about to take off all my makeup and all my jewelry that I have on because I am about to hop into the shower, but I thought while I take all this off, we talk a little bit. I did finish Quicksilver today. I told you about that earlier. I think a lot more of my like final opinions and final thoughts will be my wrap up for the month because like I literally finished it today and maybe I'll go over a little bit of it later this week, like when I have my full opinions. It wasn't a 5-star because I don't think I'm gonna think about it a lot, but I do think I will have a special place in my heart for Quicksilver because I think it's gonna be the book that gets me into more adult fantasy and more serious fantasy and like high stakes, which I'm really excited for. For the rest of the week, I probably have some cheer thing or some school thing to do. Like this whole day, I literally was like doing nothing besides watching like streams and stuff. Watching Squidcraft is always my favorite. I talked about that a bit, but if you don't know what Squidcraft is, it's a Minecraft event that Twitch Rivals hosts. It's a huge event, and it's really cool seeing like all the creators and just like different language speakers, like because there's French speakers this year, like really get to know each other. I love languages, so it's something that I'm always like down to watch. Today was literally my least busy day, so I was literally on my phone all day, but because I was on my phone all day like watching streams and stuff, I literally read like zilch besides finishing Quicksilver. I will give you all my stats after I shower because I need to like go through them and figure out the math and stuff, but I just wanted to give you all a little debrief of the day, so I'm gonna get clean. Ignore the fact I'm wearing a towel on my head. We are now going to do Tuesday statistics. The statistics we're going to start with is Quicksilver because I finished it today. We started at page 766 and finished on page 905. The amount of pages read was 139. If you are wondering about the page numbers on my Libby, I believe the page numbers are more because it is like more pages, like smaller words or bigger words. I don't know how it works. I just know that when I was done, it said 100% at 9:05. Even though I did finish Quicksilver today and I needed to take a little break from reading, I still read Wrath of the Triple Goddess. Started at page 80 and I got to 128. That was 48 pages in all for this book. All in all, that was not as many pages as I thought I would read today, but I was on my phone watching streams a lot today. I ended up watching Rust for a while as well. So it was like, well, I still got to be productive in a fun way that I enjoy, so I was kind of okay with it. Tomorrow we have some more cheer stuff to do, but we also have some more reading. It is officially Wednesday. My busy thing I have to do today is I have so much cheer stuff. I have competition practice after school, and then I need to do sign work. I don't know if I'm gonna stay after or do anything like that today, but maybe I will because I have to teach one of the girls sign work during actual class, but I don't know if we'll have all the time, so we'll see how that works out. As y'all saw, I ended up finishing Wrath of the Triple Goddess. It was so good. Y'all a review of Wrath of the Triple Goddess when I have time, but just know that I really did like it, and I think there was just so much depth to it, so I can't wait to talk about it. I have been back from practice for a little while now. I've been watching a little bit of streams and TikTok and stuff, but I have a package. So I ordered a book on Amazon last week, and it came in early. I got Lost and Lassoed. I got Lost and Lassoed by Lila. I'm like so excited. I got Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. And look, y'all, look at how floppy. It's actually kind of tiny. I expected it to be like a little longer. I really enjoy Lila Sage's books, and I was expecting to read this on Friday, but because it's here now, we're reading it early. It's like immediately, yes, like I'm reading it now. So after I got out of my bath, I ended up reading like 200 pages of Lost and Lassoed, and I didn't mean to. But first, we're going to review Wrath of the Triple Goddess. With Wrath of the Triple Goddess, I gave it a 4.5. I liked it a lot more than Chalice of the Gods, which I enjoyed a lot. This one had so much depth, and I feel like there was so much character development that even though this is the 7th book of Perseus, and even adding the 5 of Heroes of Olympus, like there's so much that goes on, and you're still learning more. The antagonists of the story were really well thought out, and the main god you're following in this one with Annabeth, Grover, and Percy, just in general, like you're seeing so much about this god's life, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. A lot of the missions they went on were just super fun, and I read it so quickly, like I literally couldn't put it down after I finally got into the depth of it. There will probably be an even more in-depth review for my November wrap up because I'll like have more thoughts on it by the end of the month, but right now like I really did enjoy just every second of it. Now we can get to my Wednesday statistics. With Wrath of the Triple Goddess, I started at page 128 and finished on page 322. Ended up being 194 pages read for this book. And then as I just said, I got Lost and Lassoed the second I got back home, and I didn't even start reading it until like an hour later, and it is like almost midnight right now, so like if I keep reading tonight, it'll be Thursday statistics, but I probably won't. I'm probably going to go to bed. Started at page 0 of Lost and Lassoed, and I got to page 213. With both books, I ended up reading 407 pages today. The amount of, that is the most amount of pages I'm probably going to read this week. I did not expect to read that much. I just got so invested into both stories. Today was not my most busy day, but it was also not my least busy day. I ended up watching the day 2 of Squidcraft. Tina got out, but Foolish is still in, so I'm excited to watch him for day 3. Tomorrow, I have a football playoff game, so there should be a bus ride to read a book, and I think we're on the charter buses again, so that's gonna be super exciting, and that means I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Today is playoffs day. It is Thursday. This is my last school day of the week. I only go to school 4 days of the week, so today is my last day where I have to do work, but the rest of this week is still just as busy. I have a lot of other stuff to do later, but right now we're thinking about schoolwork and playoffs. I'm really excited for playoffs. I think we're gonna do great. I'm hoping everything goes well, because if not, this will be my last time cheering. I really don't want that to happen, so I will start reading now. I'll see y'all in a little bit. So I finished Lost and Lassoed in second period, and then the library wasn't open until lunch. So at lunch, I grabbed a couple new books. I grabbed Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, and I grabbed Third Magnus Chase book. I am 20 pages into Anxious People. I don't know how I'm gonna read this. I think it's gonna be a every once in a while kind of book, just because it is heavier topics. And then for Magnus Chase, I'm 30 pages in, and I'm trying to read that one as fast as possible. Right now we're sitting in the dance room. We're about to head off to the send-off, but we just got ready, and I am probably gonna read later, but right now I'm watching Squidcraft. Bush has almost made it to the spot he made it to last time, and I'm trying to see what happens. We're on the bus now. I have my seat to myself and my bag down there with my books. I'm probably gonna end up watching the rest of Squidcraft because Foolish is still going. He made it through day 3, but I don't know if day 3 is over yet, so he might not make it through day 3. I'm gonna end up reading Magnus Chase sometime on the bus. Good morning, guys. Yesterday I got home from our football game and immediately fell asleep. I woke up this morning with a scratchy throat, and I was I knew I was done for. I came home, took a shower, and then immediately went to bed, and I'm still tired. I woke up pretty late today. It's Friday, but we are going to talk about everything that I would have talked about last night. As we know, I finished Lost and Lassoed, and I loved it. I gave it a 4.5. I think the writing in this one was done so differently than other Lila Sage books, yet I still don't love Lila Sage's writing. I think there's some stuff in here, I'll read a book of hers, and the second I read it, I will immediately forget everything, and I don't love that kind of writing. Her books are still fun and fast-paced, grumpy cowboy romances, which I'll always enjoy. I mean, Wes was even a golden retriever cowboy, which I love. So the fast-paced cowboy romances are just good. So it's I enjoy it anyway, but it's not 5 stars. I'm gonna think about it forever. I do want to bring something up before we get into all my book stuff and I don't talk about it. I am DNFing Anxious People. I realized once I got home and I was sitting in the car, I was I am not gonna be able to read this book. I got 20 pages in and it made me so sad. I think I'm 18, so it's this is probably not the best spot in my life to be reading a book about anxious people, and I'm also just a very anxious person, so it's this book was not for me. I think reading through it I would have felt seen, but I will not be able to get through the beginning of it, and it was just giving me a lot of anxious feelings, so I do think I will be DNFing this. But I got 20 pages in, so it's not really a DNF. It's I didn't really start it, so that's why I'm not really saying anything, but I did read 20 pages, so that'll be counted in the statistics. Let's get into my Thursday statistics. Starting with Lost and Lassoed, I started at page 213, and I finished at page 300. This book was actually pretty short. I wasn't expecting that. There were 19 pages of epilogue and extra content, which I did read, so if you want to count that as pages, it would be 319. Altogether, that was 87 pages read of Lost and Lassoed. The next book was Anxious People. I got 20 pages into this, so that was just 20 pages of Anxious People read. Next book I got pages into was Magnus Chase and the Ship of the Dead. This is the third book. I got 31 pages into this one, and I will be probably reading this today. Altogether, this was 138 pages, plus the 19 if you count it, but 138 pages read on Thursday. That was the least amount that I've read so far, but knowing me today will probably be my least because I have no clue if I'm going to be reading a lot today. We ended up losing our football game, so I am now done with football season. I made so many TikToks and so many pictures last night knowing that that was my last high school football game, and it was quite sad, but I was really happy with it. I beat my record of consecutive back handsprings. I got to 20 back handsprings in a row, and the girls were like counting for me and stuff, which I just had so much fun with that. I love doing football season, so I'm really hoping like once I start looking into colleges and stuff, which I'm doing right now, I could do college football, or I'm not doing college football. I could cheer for college football. Schoolcraft is in like 30 minutes, so I am going to be watching it on the big TV today probably. We'll see. I don't know how long I'm going to be out there. And then the Eras Tour is tonight. Last night was Eras Tour Toronto Night 1. Today is Eras Tour Toronto Night 2, and I always watch the live streams on my computer, so I will be doing that. And then maybe reading Magnus Chase. We'll see. I'm laying in bed watching Squidcraft right now. Foolish just made it through the first game, and now he's doing a team game. I'm so scared right now. I also just finished my second college application. I already made it into one college, but now I'm doing my like more wanted colleges, and I'm so scared right now, like times 2. Tomorrow I have an SFA cheer clinic, so I'm going to see if I like this school before I apply there. I might read soon, but I'm very invested in Squidcraft right now. Strimmer's out. He just lost in tug of war. It was like really confusing though, like the way it was working. I had no understanding of what was going on. I'm watching the Eras Tour now, and I'm gonna leave a video of my reactions, probably like time-lapsed or something, because the surprise songs are going crazy. Okay guys, I just got out of the bath. It's like midnight now. I'm going to tell y'all my Friday statistics. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I read 0 pages today. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I read 1 page, or oh, I read, because yeah, I didn't pick up my book. Fridays are normally my like, I kind of just sit on my phone all day because it's like the one day of the week where I don't have school. Tomorrow I have to wake up pretty early, like earlier than I wake up for a school day, because we have to head down to SFA for a cheer clinic. That will still be in this video. I'm gonna go until Sunday probably. I will read Saturday at least because I'm gonna be in the car for a good while. I'm gonna head to sleep now, and I will see y'all in the morning. Hey guys, I am back. It is Saturday. I did not talk this morning because I was really into like just getting ready to cheer and doing all that stuff, but I am home now. I just got back from SFA. I enjoyed it so much. I really enjoyed the team. They were really helpful, and I just thought they were really cool. They did so much stuff to like help me with my technique, and a lot of them would talk me through like what I needed to do to fix stuff. As y'all saw, like my toe touch to tuck, I had one of the guys like help me, and he really like put it into my brain like how to do it. I just thought it was super cool that they were so so helpful. Stunting was super fun. I did enjoy the way they did that, like having stations instead of just kind of like going with any group. The coaches were super nice, and I actually got posted on SFA's story, which I thought was just actually crazy. Like I've never like got posted on anything before, so it was cool to like see myself on their story. We walked through a little bit of Main Street, as y'all saw, which it was so pretty. Like I enjoy seeing all the little markets and just seeing like what they had. We wanted to see the parade, but I had no clue where it was, and we were waiting on Main Street, but then it didn't go through Main Street. I don't know, we were not in the right spot. I have not read yet today. There's a bit of Eras Tour that I want to watch. I do want to read Magnus Chase today. I have no clue if that's going to happen, but I do hope y'all enjoyed like the little B-roll of Cheer. We have 13 seconds until the surprise songs. I have it muted right now so I don't get copyrighted, but I am going to record my reactions and then either leave them or time-lapse it. Is that Sunrise Boulevard? Did I get it right?
I think I chose this one.
I think I chose this one also.
The young lady you saw earlier tonight.
I guessed You're on Your Own Kid yesterday. It's okay. I got like most of the albums right, but like I'm gonna turn this on real quick. I am so desensitized to her singing You're on Your Own Kid because like I was so sad the first time she ever sang it, and she sang it so many more times now. I'm just like, dang, I really wish I was there, but she sang it so many times. At least I've heard it like a billion times. Okay guys, I'm going to be heading to bed soon, so I'm going to do my Saturday statistics for y'all. I had a pretty busy day today, and I was very focused on a lot of other stuff besides reading, but I did get a bit of reading in. For Magnus Chase, The Ship of the Dead, I started at page 31 and I got to page 43. It was 12 pages. I did only read 12 pages today, but at least I got some reading in. I'm happy with that, so we're all good. Sunday will be my last day reading, so maybe we'll try some other books, but other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow. Guys, it is Sunday, and it is actually like almost 6 p.m. I've been like half asleep all day doing like literally nothing, so right now I'm about to start cleaning this little room that we're in, and then hopefully maybe read. I don't know if I'm gonna read today. I'm like pretty tired, and I need to go like take a shower and get all my stuff ready before school tomorrow. This is gonna be the last day I'm filming, so at the end of today we will probably do the rest of my statistics. Going to talk about my Sunday statistics. Today I started at page 43 for Magnus Chase, and I got to page 181. Overall, that was 138 pages on Sunday because Magnus Chase is all I read. Sunday was a pretty laid back day for me. I just spent a lot of the day sleeping. I think I'm getting a little sick, maybe a bit of a cold, because I was literally asleep all day with like a stuffy nose and a sore throat. So like that's probably why I was asleep for most of the day, but I did end up doing some of the stuff that I wanted to do today, like reading, cleaning, getting ready for school tomorrow, so I'm all set. But this is going to be the last day, so I'm not going to be filming anymore, but I do want to give y'all my week statistics. First book we read was Quicksilver on my Libby. We started like halfway into this book and finished it, 100%ed it. I read Wrath of the Triple Goddess. I had this one from the library, so I don't have it on me, but we started not too far into Wrath of the Triple Goddess, but we did finish this one as well. As we know, in the middle of the week, my Amazon order of Lost and Lassoed came in, and we immediately 100%ed this. I read it so quickly, and I really enjoyed it. Like DNF Anxious People, we read a bit of it, but ended up realizing like, hey, I'm not gonna read this. And then we got 44% into Magnus Chase, which I will still be reading, and y'all will probably see a review for this on my Goodreads, Fable, or in my November wrap up. If you've been watching this entire video, you know from my daily statistics the number of pages I read each day, but all in all this entire week I read 1,115 pages. This is obviously not the most accurate form of like content because I am like reading for a video, so like I'm trying to read. There are some weeks where I read 0 pages and there's some weeks where I read 1,115 pages. Like it really differs, but in this week, in this busy week, I did read that much. I was never really forcing myself to read, except maybe like yesterday when I read like 12 pages. Like I was just kind of trying to get pages in. This video was as authentic as possible, and I really hope y'all enjoyed a lot of the cheer stuff. This video was going to be just like a cheer week in my life, but I ended up wanting to add a reading aspect to it, and I'm really glad that I did. If y'all want to check out any of my in-depth reviews or just more reviews, you can check out my Goodreads and my Fable. I use both of them pretty often. This one is more where I do like my updates, and this one is more where I'm like giving you like pretty in-depth reviews. You can also check out my TikTok where I do funny like book content. I just love to do my book stuff. You can check out my Bookstagram. This is where it's kind of just like aesthetic. I'm just posting to post because I really enjoy being on Bookstagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do really hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave any comments down below if you'd like to see videos like this again. And this is probably like the longest video I've ever posted. So leave a Christmas tree emoji if you stayed the whole time. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. See you later.
They gon' crack like a dummy. Hey, hey. They ain't talking money.